Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Cons of Tarkir draft. Hey guys, Ryan from Mana Bluff here. This is now officially out of pre-release season, and we are in release queue season. And it's time to actually play some 8-4s. Woohoo! So we got a pretty powerful rare in Dune Blast here, which I enjoyed messing around with earlier. Air of the Wild's fantastic uncommon as well. Let's see. He's got a little bit bigger here, just a wee bit. Karoo Bloodsucker, I don't care that much about, though certainly playable. Roar of Challenge, I think is a little awesome. I'm enjoying it. Filler with Alpine Grizzly, but Enabler. Boink. Canyon Liquors is fine in an aggressive deck. I'm told Molting Snakeskin actually is a sleeper card and has some potential. I'm trying just to go with Dune Blast because it's so powerful. May not end up making the deck, but why not? Let's see if we can't go Abzan and make it happen. Snowhorn Rider is also a really nice morph card. Generally, I like to pick a solid color card first. I like to be pretty conservative, so I could take Air. But I think the power level of Dune Blast is just a little too much fun for me. So we'll speculate that route and pay attention to some of the green powerful cards we're passing. Followed up with, alright, so Timely Hordemate I like quite a bit if we're looking to go a little bit on the white round track there. Mordu Horchief's good, Stubborn Denial not so good, Sultai Charm fine, but I don't want to pick another like 3-color spell, especially one out of the colors. Could also try the whole get mana fixing early, but I think I'll just take a really nice solid dude. This one generally will get you back a Deuter, and you can kind of like suicide in a 2-drop if you want, and then that's enough to trigger it just to get it back anyway. So yeah, that's super fun. See what I'm saying? I think you guys get it. If you attack with your 2-drop and if it just dies anyway, it comes back no matter what. So you can like attack it with like 3 2-drops, even if one's gonna get eaten. Then this guy gets played second main phase, and the 2-drop you suicide to trigger it, just it comes back. It's kind of like Vigilance even. Woohoo! I still would like to have a Mardu Horchief. I like this as a warrior too. That's kind of fun if we want to go warrior status again. Ooh, Aerostorm's powerful. Nothing in white to go with my first, or with my Timely Hordemate. Savage Punch works as a removal spell, though it's not necessarily insane. Obviously, Aerostorm way better. Dragon Grip is fine. I don't know if I like Despise. I hear it's good. Bloodfell Caves works. Disowned Ancestor goes in the deck, but it's kind of the filler dude, so I'm not too sure I really want to like force it. I think I'm fine just taking Aerostorm. I mean Mistfire Weaver, I forgot that. I thought there was a different card. This one's actually pretty good also. I don't like being too spread out, but removal spell is a removal spell. If we go kind of Borosy, I'm happy with that. I don't have to play the Doom Blast. Again, Savage Punch is another consideration in trying to rock out some removal, but Aerostorm on its own works, and early on I just want to pick something that kind of works by itself. We'll figure out the rest of it later. Could go Jeskai. Force Away is really fantastic. Become Immense is a really fun finisher if I want to stay with the Dune Blast game plan in Abzan. Bitter Relation's a good card. The red drops are kind of dorky. Here's another Disowned Ancestor, kind of dorky. We're not seeing a lot of good white. Rush of Battle works with Warriors, and War Behemoth is a fine morph, but is kind of blah. I love the idea of going Jeskai and taking Force Away. I think it's really fantastic. But Become Immense just kind of steals games. We've actually seen some green open. Yeah, we've passed it, but I think I'm okay with just grabbing it here and trying to steal a game with it. Here's a Mardu Warstreaker. That guy's fantastic. Hate Plate's fine. I'm not too sure what I'm doing here in these 3 colors now. So if I grab red again, maybe Become Immense doesn't get played, and I wasted a pick. Blah. Yeah, we can go Mardu or Abzan if we pick this guy. I just think Mardu Warstreaker is just so nutty. I don't really like any other cards. Unless I want to go to a 4th color with Bitter Revelation, which I'm kind of already in with Doom Blast, but not really. Just small backwater. I can start taking some fixing Dragon Scale Balloon if I'm trying to really force it, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm still just taking best cards. Active Treason goes in a deck such as this, but I'm not set on it. Maybe we take a Rugged Highlands here, even though Active Treason and Tremor Blast go just fine in red. But what am I thinking if I'm trying to go, what, maybe go Tamir? Get some blue on that we've seen? Because we haven't really seen much white after our first 2 picks. Oh, I don't love it. This only goes in Tamir. Tamir? I don't even know what I'm saying. I think we just take the Active Trees. I think Trumpet Blast is the one you're less likely to see, rather. I think we'll take that and maybe we'll build a Trumpet Blast deck. Who knows? Here's another Trumpet Blast. Scored Barons works well if I'm looking to go into a Mardu. But I think we're just going to stick to red for now. Hang on to the Bring Low removal spell, and then continue to pay attention. Really late Bitter Revelation. But I think there's a lot of white, so I'm not too sure I'm into that too much. Whoa, hello, Mardu. Awaken the Bear, Rite of the Serpent. Pony Brigade makes me really want to go Mardu. We already have a Trumpet Blast to go with it, so I think we can start to make that happen and kind of ditch the Doom Blast, or if we get some good fixing magically, we can splash it, but that's not really like to do. I want to be base 2 colors splashing 1, not base 3 colors splashing 4. I have to start taking a lot of fixing if that's the case. Yeah, I'm down for Mardu. For the Mards stirs. Canyon Lurkers works in that. So this Molting Snakeskin, huh? This is supposed to be a thing. I still think I want a creature over it in a color I know I'm playing. If I was more base black, I'd probably start trying this Molting Snakeskin. Blossoming Sands is an argument too if I really want to be splashing this Doom Blast. But I think actually Canyon Lurker is pretty good because it's a 4 mana cost morph versus like the 5s, and you can kind of get people and like smash in through 5 if we're trying to do something a little aggressive. Salt Roll Patrol is not great, but it's certainly playable, and if we end up getting, you know, a little bit of it's not just like the raid stuff, but the Outlast stuff, we might be able to just have some value there. Definitely over the Swift Kick. We have Aerostorm and Bring Low already for not the most efficient removal, but certainly very playable. And again, over the Molting Snakeskin, because I'm not looking to be heavy base black. Ooh, Dragon Grip. That could be good. What kind of, do we have Ferocious triggers right now? No, not at all. We have 1. Huh. Still can be good with Flash, but no matter what, +2 first strike in an aggressive deck, we can try to get a little more aggressive here, which means we're taking the War Behemoth. Probably not playing the Blaze Bringer, but who knows. Oh, and we even got the Molting Snakeskin, so I'm kind of glad. Might want to just try to give that a go here. So solidly in red, want to try to get a little more wide and try to build a Trumpet Blast deck and try to make that happen with Mardu. But I'm not committed to any color besides red right now. I'm happy to start moving around. Just means Doom Blast probably isn't going to make the cut. Oof, gosh. Hello, Sagu Mauler. So this card makes me want to rock Temur, red, green, blue. Ice Feather Aven, also insane. Crippling Chill, fantastic. Tranquil Quove, whatever. Mardu Warstreaker is the only really fantastic card in these colors. I think Sagu Mauler is powerful enough that I'm willing to go into Temur for it. I am ditching a Ponyback Brigade and some decent 4-drops. Well, a decent 4-drop. Is that a good idea? Plus, I'm already heavy red with the Aerostorm. It's just so powerful. I mean, you just have to take it. I'm going to force it for the 6/6 Trample Hexproof. That guy's just nutty. Really sad to also be passing these guys. I might get the Smoke Teller back, or Dragon Scale Boon, or whatever. Maybe get the Dismal Backwater to help splash in something. But Sagu Mauler, I want to be a little greedy. Let's see what happens. Temur. Oh, but then there's Ankle Shanker? Okay. Well, this guy's also super powerful, and it's in the colors. So I just hate drafted Sagu Mauler? Is that what just went down? Not a fan of that strategy. Lots of good green. Pinewalker, Temur Charger, and Alpine Grizzly. Not as good as these two, but still very playable. Unyielding Crewmar is the only other card for our deck, but no, Ankle Shaker is just insane. Boink. Alright, never mind. Back to Mardu, and I'm committing to it at this point. Not that the Abzan stuff I'm not going to pay attention to, but I don't care too much. Alright, do I want a High Spire Mantis or another Ponyback Brigade? Ponyback Brigade might table. Alabaster Kieran's good too, but this guy's just a little too awesome. We're a little chalked up on the 4-drop slot. I guess one's a removal spell. Look, want to be looking at the 2 and 3s a little bit more. This guy kind of goes here though. Forget the 3s tend to be pretty a-okay anyway. Don't really want to be playing Mardu Blazebringer. Hoping the Ponyback Brigade tables. Base white-red with a little bit of black. Yeah, let's find some black fixing. I'll start prioritizing that pretty highly now, so that it's not too hard to play this guy. Take up arms. Jeering Instigator. I forget what this one does. If it's under your control, gain. Oh, that's a great card. Okay, I'm slamming Jeering Instigator. Wouldn't mind take up arms though. But yeah, this is an act of treason. Wow, love that guy. Take up arms isn't insane in a deck. We do already have a Trumpet Blast, so it could get very good. And then no black fixing. There's the Absent Banner if we have to, but I really don't want to have to do that. Not too sure this is a Molting Snakeskin deck though, since we're gonna be splashing black. So goodbye for now, and come on, Jeering Instigator. Anything tabling? Maybe a War Behemoth. I already have one. Don't know if I want a second one, but you know, it works. It certainly works. Gosh, this guy's good. First Strike and Death Touch. Boom. I am quite happy for this. I don't want another Mardu Blazebringer, because I don't think I want the first one. This is a fine 2-drop. Crippling Chill. Gosh, you're so good. You ever take a 2-drop here? I'm very okay with that. Boink! Enoch Bondkind. Ooh, Feed Resistance. Happy to grab that. Swiftwater Cliffs. Not the right one. Not the right dual land. We need to get a black splash somewhere, somehow. I passed out the black-white land earlier. I was so tempted by the Sagu Mauler, but it definitely was the wrong decision. We've seen some good blue. Green's been kind of... Alright, what just happened? All of my sorting is messed up because I tried to do the whole morph thing, so... Let's stop fiddling with that. Grab a nice trick. Ooh, do I want another Feat of Resistance? I think I gotta take the Windscarred Crag here, though. If I didn't just pick up a Feat of Resistance, I probably would grab it now. Not that 2 is ever going to be bad in this deck, but I don't know if I necessarily need that much. And I think I want to prioritize fixing so I can play my Ankle Shaker without being scared, and maybe have that second Ponyback Brigade be not so difficult to cast. So here we're just going to prioritize a decent mana base. Leaping Master is fantastic. Quiet Contemplation, meh. Blue cards, meh. Ooh, Foil Swamp, yeah. Happy to have another 2-drop. Oh my gosh, Warshrieker came back. How many, we don't have that many morphs, but 1, 2, 3 at least. Where's the other one? 3, other than, so there's 4, right? Jeering Instigator, that's what it is. So we have at least 4. We'll probably even have more by in the draft. I forget what pack the other Ponyback Brigade was in. I think it might be the next one. That's great. I think we'll play the... I mean, we'll grab the Valley Dasher. I don't know if I'm going to actually play it or not. Right now, I only have 2 2-drops. I'm definitely considering this a 3-drop with a turn face up because of the active treason element to it. But if we get a really aggressive start or something, you know, maybe Valley Dasher makes it. But definitely not an Unyielding Crewmar. Again, we're looking to just splash black, which is very much, I think, the winning strategy in this kind of format. I want to be a little more proactive than Ned Dazzling Ramparts lets me be. I don't want Tormenting Voice. War Behemoth is fine, but I already have one. I don't really need another one. So I'll take the Dazzling Ramparts in the event I want to care about it. We'll take Barrageables. If we're going aggressive, you know, we might even get to like 6 mana and do a Trumpet Blast and then Barrage Boulders. So that could actually be just fine. Again, not excited for the Blazebringer that I already have, so... I mean, if I have a lot of Ferocious, maybe, and I did just grab the Barrage. It's a little mini combo, but I don't want that to be happening. Okay, where I am at, don't really love you. You're more like a sideboardy card. I mean, that's how I kind of think of you. I'm not for sure that you are. 1,000 Winds. Gosh, that's a good card. That's such a good card. Note to self, Ponyback Brigade did not come back. Huh. I might take the Horde Chief here. I don't know. Armament Core is great, but we're not splashing the green. Murderous Cut. I want to be splashing black, so this could be good enough. It means I really need to prioritize some black fixing. Bring low is just a worse version, but if I'm worried about my mana, I could just hang on to it. We actually are okay on creatures. Not great, but okay. Yeah, I think Murderous Cut is just powerful enough. I mean, destroy target creature, instant speed. Duh, it's powerful. I think we'll be able to be fine. Right now, it'll be our second black splash. If you don't consider Ponyback Brigade a full-on splash, because at least it's morphs on its own. But that means the first, like, any kind of dual land that's in our colors, I'm slamming. Might even have to prioritize a banner. Oh, that would suck. What's coming back? The Tracker Smite, maybe? Bring low even? I don't know. Oh, 1,000 Winds, you're such a good card. Anything fantastic here? We're taking the Barons, like I just mentioned. We're slamming those anytime we see them. Alabaster Kieran's fine, but we actually have some good 4-drops. Timely Horde Mate, the Mardu War Shrieker, the Mantis. We don't need to go up the 4-drop to, for like a Scoured Barons. And you don't want it over a second Bring Low. So that actually worked out fantastically. Ooh, Ride Down's really good. Here's an Active Treason. Mardu Hate Blade. We're not really doing major raid stuff. I'm going to take the Ride Down. This is what our deck wants. We'll destroy something that blocks and then get some trample damage in. I think that'll be good. Wouldn't mind an Active Treason, though. Defiant Strike. Yeah, that's definitely the pick. Boros Splashing. Some powerful black Nizzle. And remember, there are these other spells over here if I want to add them into the deck. We need 2 more playables to get to the 22, which is a pretty... Ooh, this guy I forgot's going. Canyon Lurkers. Yeah, a couple of dorks in the high end. Still fine, but definitely a couple of dorks. Trumpet Blast isn't really insane right now. We only have 1 Ponyback Brigade to get some tokens out. So not entirely sure that's making it. Monastery Swift Spear is okay. How many instances are searched? I'm not going to take it over at Bloodfell Caves, but I'm just curious as to... I don't really know how powerful this card is. It's a 1/2 by itself, but Prowess can make it kind of alright. I'd be playing 1, 2, 3... We'll say, because I don't know if both of these are being played. 3, 4, 5, 6-ish? That's pretty standard. You're playing like 6 or 7... Oh, it even says right here, duh, Ryan. 7 other spells. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is good, but I could be really wrong about that. I'm not exactly an expert, aggressive player. Super happy for the Bloodfell Caves, though. Super duper happy. Love the Mardu Skull Hunter, but not really able to cast it. How many warriors do I have? Is Rush of Battle a thing? It's a goblin. That's not a dude. That's a soldier. Scout. There's a warrior. So 1 warrior. Shaman. Yeah, I have like no warriors. Alright, so Rush of Battle's not a thing. These guys are warriors. Well, just one of them. Another Leaping Master or Active Treason? If I had like another Ponyback Brigade or the Create Warrior tokens, I might take the Active Treason and play the Trumpet Blast, but I don't know if this deck really wants that. Doesn't want a Rush of Battle. Leaping Master could be good. I'm going to take the Leaping Master. I want more creatures anyway, and I think I might get an Active Treason back from the earlier pack. Wow, really nice cards and not my colors. Oy. Second Trumpet Blast doesn't seem great. Defiant Strike is kind of average, to be honest. Let's double check this 3-drop slot again. Wasn't there another one? No, I guess that's it. I don't remember all the different ones that are technically morphs. I'll take a Trumpet Blast. Could be a double Trumpet Blast deck. Not particularly convinced of it, but I don't think I'm playing a Defiant Strike. Alright, so Smite came back, Bring Low came back. What would I rather? I think Bring Low does more, but I already have one, and I have some decent removal. So it might be better to take the Smite for the sideboard to have some versatility in my removal suite. Raider Spoils, gosh, I love in the Warrior deck. I have not been able to play it. My one Warrior deck that we did that first draft in the pre-release was so clunky. There wasn't a lot going on. I didn't really know what cards I was playing anyway. Totally misread them. I think I'm just taking another Bring Low, and I'll probably actually play it. Just have another removal spell. Bloodfell Cave. Oh gosh. So the Bloodfell Caves. How did I miss that? What was in it the first pack that came around that I slammed something else? I don't even remember. Because I was thinking, oh, maybe it's when I took my Murderous Cut. When did I pick that? I don't know. My memory's sucking. But I think Horde Ambusher is really what I want. I already have 2 black sources, and I'll probably, be able to play a couple others to get the splash on. And I think Horde Ambusher really is just good enough to pass up, since I have the 2 sources already. Now we'll take the Smite for the sideboard over an Anok Tracker, which I don't particularly love, because its 5 mana morph is just a little pricey, and I'm good enough on the morph situation. But this is a sideboard card. Summit Prowler might make the cut. Fire of Cavalry I don't like at all. Valley Dasher if we want to go super aggro. Could be correct. I have another one. We can really lower the curve. This is just not a Defiant Strike deck. Even though it cycles the card, we have like 0 prowess people. Well, maybe there's 1. I don't even know. Shatter for the sideboard. Even though there's no artifacts in the deck, or in this format. Fine. This guy keeps me at bay. This guy trades with my dudes. I don't want that. Alright, I'm not convinced I was in the open colors. Red certainly was, but I'm not too sure black and white were really there. But that should make things pretty solid. There's probably another Mardu drafter who grabbed this, who's going like Warriors splashing red. Warriors being the white-black color combo. Alright, I get to start building my deck now. Well, let me clean it up. I'll pause for a second, then bring you guys back in. Okay, so here's the deck kind of broken down, and I think I'm looking at this, I'm not super confident. I feel like I tried to go a little more aggressive, and I did not build a fantastic deck. We have 3 cuts to make from our 25 here. I have all the different morph dudes in the 3-drop slot. The first 2 cuts I'm pretty sure I want to do. Well, first actually, I'm going to talk about what's in the sideboard. Shatter randomly for artifacts that might matter. Basically, what the dragon or the Ghost Flame artifact equipment. We'll get the lands in a second. These are all the picks that aren't in our colors. Ramparts, really not planning on ever bringing in. That's more Abzeni. We want to be a little more proactive. Smite, a good sideboard card to replace one of the Bring Lows if there's a teamer deck or something that we really want to be targeting or caring about. Don't think the Blaze Bringers bring a lot. They're kind of like very like difficult to trigger lava axes that suck. So there you go. And the Valley Dashers would be fine if we were more aggressive, but I don't think I have the aggression that I really want for this deck. And they're just kind of shitty. They have to attack, so they get eaten pretty easily. Bring them in against decks where they at least trade with a lot of stuff and they don't get just eaten by like 2/3s. But those are pretty prevalent in the format. Anyway, so that being said, that's what's there. What I'm going to pull out for sure, I'm pretty sure, is the Dragon Grip and the Barrage of Boulders. Again, I don't think we're aggressive enough to really warrant that. And on top of it, these guys are really great with Ferocious. I only have 2 cards that are naturally Ferocious. Canyon Lurkers and Summit Prowler. The rest are all at 3 at max. Now, the Bondkin and Salt Road Patrol might get bigger. But for the most part, no. And again, I like that there's a potential to kind of like combo it with like a Trumpet Blast and then go off with Barrage of Boulders, but not entirely sure that's going to happen. Even, again, I was mentioning during the draft, I'm not stoked for these Trumpet Blasts because I only have the Ponyback Brigade to really get the tokens out. I think they can still steal us some wins, but I'm considering cutting one of the Trumpet Blasts since we really only ever need 1 in our deck. And we're not going to be like, we're going to have to hold on to 1 until we actually get like, at least 3 creatures out, which makes it not great. So I'm not in love with them. But also the Summit Prowler, I feel like, is just kind of clogging up the 4-drop slot. Makes our mana a little more difficult. And we have like just better 4-drops. Maybe Salt Road Patrol isn't as fantastic, but I kind of like its potential to get big and hold off other stuff that it can't. So I actually think I'm just going to cut the Dork Summit Prowler just because it's just a little hard to cast and not really worth it. I think so. I might be right to cut the other Trumpet Blast. I'm curious. I haven't tried Trumpet Blast. I've seen it work in a couple decks, but it's a little too new in the format to see just how powerful it is. With only 14 creatures, though, I'm not overly stoked. But we do want to be proactive. We do want to be putting pressure on my opponent the entire time. And I think we have ways to do that. And if nothing else, it might just be a way to put the Lash, like, 2 points of damage through to close out a game. So let's add some lands. Hopefully it won't be too bad of a mana base. 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, if we do what Moto suggests, we have 4, 5, 6 white sources. That seems a little light. We'll have 3, 4, 5 black sources, which seems kind of intense. And then 8, 9, 10 red sources. I can either cut a swamp or a mountain. I definitely want to add one more plains. To get 3, 4, that's 5. That's at least 7. I definitely want at least 7. We don't have a lot of white cards, but I do want to be able to like cast my Bondkin fairly regularly. The Behemoth doesn't really matter before it drops. So 7 seems right on the money for the white. If I need 3, 4, 5 for 2 black spells, that seems like a lot. 4 could be fine. Ponyback Brigade can come later. 8, 9, 10 though for mountains? Do I really need 10? The only double spell we have is Arrow Storm. Yeah, we have a lot of red. I think we go 9 red sources. I think that's how we want to rock it. Yeah, I'm cool with that. 9 red sources. Sweet. There we go. Here's the deck. I'm not confident. I love this format, though. I'm already having a lot of fun making these decisions and not feeling confident. Well, let's see if we learn something. I hope so.